Want to become a millionaire? Leave these 5 habits today. At 11 o'clock at night, a salary credit message arrived on 𝐼's phone. He smiled seeing the amount, but as soon as old bills opened, the smile disappeared. By the next morning, half the salary was gone. His income had been increasing for 5 years, still, the account was almost empty. An expensive phone, weekend parties and easy EMIs built a grand life from the outside, but didn't leave even an emergency's worth of security inside. The scariest thing was not a low salary. His hard-earned money was continuously going out from 5 invisible doors. If those doors did not close, even the next promotion would not make him rich. Right here, the real story of becoming a millionaire begins. This is not a story of a secret stock, lottery or overnight success, but an investigation of those habits that swallow income before it becomes wealth. First, let's clear up an illusion. The figure of 1 crore rupees is certainly big, but not easy or guaranteed. The time to reach there depends on income, saving rate, investment return, tax, inflation and mistakes. Being a millionaire does not mean keeping 1 crore rupees cash in the account at all times either. The true picture is shown by net worth, the real wealth remaining after subtracting loans and other liabilities from your total financial assets. Also remember that the 1 crore rupees of the future will not buy as much stuff as today's 1 crore rupees. Inflation slowly decreases purchasing power, therefore it is necessary to add a date and future cost along with the goal. A good income is not a guarantee of wealth, and a normal income is not an announcement of defeat. The real difference is made by that amount which you save, invest wisely and let grow for a long time without unnecessary tampering. The first habit appears on payday. As soon as the salary arrives, many people make an account of rent, shopping, food delivery and entertainment, then whatever is left at the end of the month, they call it saving. The problem is that often nothing is left at the end. Desires expand according to the available balance. Therefore, saving must be understood not as leftover money, but as the first payment given to one's own future. As soon as the salary arrives, transfer a fixed amount automatically into a separate account. This small change decreases dependence on willpower, because before the money is spent, it goes towards your financial goal. In the popular 50-30-20 rule, 50% of income is kept for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for saving. But consider this not a law, but an adaptable start according to your situation. If there is the rent of a big city, family responsibility or low salary, 20% will not be possible immediately. Starting with 5% is also better than 0. If income increases, increase the saving rate. For a person with a variable income, a fixed amount can be difficult. They can save a fixed percentage of every payment and by depositing extra amounts in good months, can make a buffer for weak months. The first job of this saving is not to buy a new gadget, but to make an emergency fund. In case of a job stopping, urgent travel, home repair or sudden medical expense, this very fund saves you from selling investments and taking loans. A buffer of 3 to 6 months of essential expenses is a general guideline, but the correct amount will depend on job stability, dependence and insurance. Keeping it in a secure, easily available place is more necessary. Keeping emergency money in volatile shares or such a product where value can fall or withdrawal can get stuck in a time of need is wrong. Here liquidity and capital safety matter more than maximum return. To understand expenses, write down every transaction for 1 month. Small UPI payments, unused subscriptions and frequent deliveries look minor separately, but when kept together, they show the pattern of money going out. This does not mean stopping happiness. First, fix essential expenses, security and goals, then keep a guilt-free fun budget. Planned enjoyment is not the enemy of financial progress. Unknown and continuously increasing expenses. For the first time, 𝐼 separated a part of his salary on the very same day. Seeing less money in the account, he felt restriction, but at the end of the month for the first time, he had an amount that did not disappear. Just then the second habit came forward, saving, but never investing it. The money remained lying in a normal account, continued to be easily visible, and with every sale kept becoming an easy victim of some new desire. Cash is necessary for a short-term need, but not sufficient for every long-term goal. As prices increase with time, that same amount buys fewer things. Therefore, saving is the foundation, investment is the engine of growth. Before starting investment, give time to every goal. Next year's fees, a house 5 years later, and retirement decades away cannot be kept in the same single product because their risk capacity is different. In the money for a very near goal, capital protection can be prominent. In a long goal, diversified equity can give an opportunity for growth, but the price can fall rapidly and return is never guaranteed. Therefore, choosing a product by looking at only the past year's top performer is dangerous. Asset allocation is not decided by your age alone. Goals, time, income stability, liabilities, and the capacity to bear a fall are also necessary. If high-interest debt is remaining, understand its cost before running behind risky investment. Saving guaranteed heavy interest can sometimes become a stronger financial decision than chasing an uncertain return. An SIP is no separate investment product, it is a way to invest regularly. It can help in discipline and averaging but does not erase market loss and does not promise any fixed return either. For example, if 10,000 rupees every month is invested at a hypothetical 10% annual return, it can take around 22.5 years to become 1 crore rupees. This is an illustration, not a prediction. The actual return will keep changing. The biggest message of this calculation is not a fast return but a long time. On starting late, the monthly contribution has to be increased a lot to achieve that same goal, because compounding gets fewer years to work. On an increase in income, slowly increasing an SIP or other goal-based investment often remains practical. If the salary increased and contribution stopped right there, lifestyle will increase rapidly, but wealth will move with that same old pace. While looking at return, expense, tax and inflation should not be forgotten. A big percentage shown on the screen does not tell the whole story. Exactly how much real purchasing power is left in your hand, that is the useful result. Beware of social media tips, guaranteed doubling and urgent investment messages. If any person tells of zero risk along with an assured high return, then before excitement it is necessary to check registration documents and risk disclosure. If a product is not understood, do not put money only on the trust of an influencer or friend. Appropriate advice can be taken from a SEBI-registered investment advisor. Before a decision, verify fees, conflicts and registration yourself. The third habit is shinier, looking rich before becoming rich. 𝐼 found that many of his purchases were not for need but to look successful in the eyes of others. Branded clothes, the latest phone and expensive restaurants are not wrong by themselves. Trouble starts when their price is paid from future goals or credit is used to maintain a social image. Visible wealth is easily visible. Invisible wealth is not. Someone's car is seen, their loan is not. A vacation photo is visible. The emergency fund, retirement account, and unpaid card bill remain outside the camera. That is why the game of comparison is incomplete. You compare another person's highlight reel with your entire financial life, then end up making such a purchase whose enjoyment is short and payment many months long. Expenses automatically increasing with every raise is lifestyle inflation. A better life is a natural desire. But if the entire increased income is tied up in new EMIs, earning will increase and freedom will not. Make a rule in advance on the next increment. One part of it will increase investment, one part will fulfill an essential goal, and some part will remain for enjoyment. Balance saves from both deprivation and uncontrolled spending. Stopping for 48 hours before a big non-essential purchase can cool the impulse. Then ask yourself, can I take this in cash? How many times will I use it? And what goals price will I pay? Looking at the cost per use along with the price tag also changes the picture. A daily used quality item can be sensible despite being expensive, whereas a cheap item bought for a trend can become a complete waste. Look at parties, smoking, gaming or shopping, not like a moral lecture, but like numbers. When the entire year's total cost comes in front, decide whether this is happiness, a habit, or an expensive cure for stress. 𝐼 did not stop enjoyment, he stopped showing off. When purchases started giving value instead of getting approval, his budget became lighter, and for the first time, his lifestyle started running not on his income, but on priorities. The fourth habit stole the most peace, taking loans to fulfill hobbies. An easy EMI hid the full price of the item and made today's desire into the coming month's compulsion. Every loan is not bad. An understood debt for affordable education, a durable home, or a productive business can be useful. The difference is made by purpose, total cost, repayment capacity, and the alternative on failing. Merely seeing that the EMI fits into the salary is not sufficient. On adding processing fees, interest, insurance, penalties, and a long tenure, a purchase looking cheap can be far more expensive. A credit card is a facility, not extra income. If the entire bill is paid by the due date, it can be useful. If the outstanding keeps revolving, high interest seats the old expense upon the future's income. RBI's rules ask issuers to show a clear warning that, on paying only the minimum due, repayment can stretch for years. If a past balance is remaining, the benefit of an interest-free period can also be lost. The buy now pay later button is small, the obligation is not. Many small installments look harmless separately, but together they surround cash flow and create new debt upon a sudden expense arriving. To come out of debt, write down the amount, interest rate, and due date of all dues in one place. While keeping minimum payments on time, putting extra money on the highest cost debt can decrease total interest. Some people get motivation from finishing the smallest balance first. Whichever the method, keep the payment calendar automatic, stop new unnecessary borrowing, and discuss a problem with the lender before defaulting. Without an emergency fund, a debt plan remains weak. As soon as a car repair or medical test arrives, the entire balance can return onto the card again, therefore making a small safety cushion along with repayment is necessary. A late payment does not only increase fees, the impact on credit history can make a future loan expensive or difficult. By looking at your credit report from time to time, catch errors and unknown accounts early. Before closing unused cards, 𝐼 checked dues and recurring payments, decreased the limit of expense, and removed saved cards from shopping apps. He considered temptation not a character test, but a problem of system design. The fifth habit was the quietest, continuing to postpone health insurance. As long as the body remains fine, the premium seems like an expense. One night in a hospital explains the meaning of that same premium as a financial shield. Suppose hospitalization happens in the family at the time the investment market is falling. Without sufficient cover, the situation of selling assets at a loss, taking loans, or deciding on money amidst treatment can arise for you. Insurance does not mean every medical bill is free. A policy can have exclusions, a copay, a deductible, a room rent limit, a waiting period, network hospitals, and a claim process. Buying by looking at the headline cover is not sufficient. In IRDAI's current health insurance framework, the waiting period for a pre-existing disease and specified treatment can be a maximum of 36 months. Still, reading the policy's conditions and telling medical history honestly is necessary. In a cashless claim, an insurer should give a decision on a pre-authorization request in 1 hour and on a discharge authorization in 3 hours. But due to non-payable items and policy conditions, some payment can still be yours. In the government data of financial year 2025, based on number, the health claims paid ratio was 87%. This reminds us that not just taking insurance, understanding the correct cover is necessary. Employer cover is useful, but can stop as soon as you change jobs and can fall short for the family. Taking a personal policy early creates continuity. The premium will depend on age, health, location, and coverage. While buying, compare sum insured, nearby network, sublimits, exclusions, copay, waiting periods, restoration, and claim service. Read the proposal form yourself, keep a copy of disclosures, and renew the policy on time without a break. Now 𝐼 did not have 5 separate problems in front of him, but one connected system. Saving made a buffer, investment gave direction, showing off decreased, debt got controlled, and insurance built security around that progress. From the next salary, he did not set out to become perfect. He started automatic saving, chose a small debt target, read insurance documents, and fixed a date on the calendar to write net worth every month. The path to becoming a millionaire might not look dramatic on camera. It is a story of repeatedly making the correct small decision so that one day money does not become a means to impress people, but the strength to save one's time and choices.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.